Dustin, we'll start with you.
Yeah, for me, I'm not actually going to be touching on the players. I'm going to be touching on the sidelines. It's going to be the coaches. I see this being a chess match, and really going to come down to we know Indiana's team is disciplined. We're going to need to see if Miami can bring their A game. Last game of the year, and if Cristobal isn't able to settle his team down and instill with them the confidence that they can win this. They're what, 7.5, 8.5 dogs on this game. That can be a little disheartening. But depending if Cristobal is doing it right, that can also be major juice to get the team riled up, get them pumped. They're ready to go out and prove that, earlier in the season when they were ranked number two, that's them. That's them. They're ranked number two right now, playing against the number one in the national championship. So really, how I see it, the key is going to be between the coaches.
Yeah, and so far, Signetti has they've had the massive coaching advantage in every game they've played so far. So let's see if Cristobal can have his team dialed in. They've kind of embraced that mentality a little bit. So that's going to be a great matchup, Dusto. For me, it's going to be the Indiana running backs, him being black. How do they are they able to have success like that? We've already touched on it, but that's what Indiana does. They're going to be balanced. They're going to try to run the football. They haven't Brian, you were talking about, well, he hasn't really had to drop back to pass yet. Well, that's great, but they haven't needed to, so it's going to be on him being black. I think for me, I'm going to go with the Indiana running backs. That Miami front seven is very difficult to run against. They're very tough. They're physical. Heatherman, their DC, brings pretty crazy blitzes from all over the place, but um, if Indiana can consistently get 4 to 5 a pop, and they're just getting to run it down their throats, and then Mendoza gets one-on-one matchups and play actions working, it's blowout city. So I'm going to go with the Indiana running backs. That's kind of the key to the game for me.
Awesome. And I'm gonna go conversely with that. Both great points from you guys. But I'm gonna go conversely from the running backs. I'm gonna go from the Miami defensive line. Like you said, is if Indiana is able to get push and be able to run the football, um, it's gonna be blowout city. They're gonna win by double digits. If Miami is able to stop that run with that defensive line and get some pressure on Mendoza, hey, we saw it in the Alabama game, 2 sacks on the first drive. It's just Indiana was able to get the running game going. I think if you're able to stop that running game with that defensive line, I think you can get pressure, especially with those two defensive ends and linebackers for Miami. Um, Again, it's a lot better of a front seven than they saw in the past 2 games. I think Miami has a great chance to win this game if they are able to stop that run and get pressure